Hello and welcome to another episode of the In Between Podcast. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Hello there and welcome to another episode of the In Between Podcast with your host as always, Kyle McLemore. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have you seen it yet? Has everyone in the world seen Barbie yet? Are you the last holdout? I'm pretty sure everyone has seen it by now, right? I mean, it's unstoppable. It's undeniably the hit of the summertime, right? Like, am I the only one who cannot, for the life of me, dude, get that song out of my head? No, not the I'm a Barbie girl, not that one, not even the remixed one, I don't even know who did the remixed one. Nicki Minaj, maybe? Somebody did a remix of the I'm a mommy girl, but it's like, to me, it's whatever. The real hit of that movie, the real banger is that Dua Lipa song. I don't even know, dude, who Dua Lipa is, other than the mermaid that pops up in the movie. But holy moly, that song has been on a literal loop-de-loop in my brain, dude. I cannot get it out. It is a parasite that has burrowed deep within the caverns of my mind and refuses to exit. Straight up like Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Putting those little, what are they called? Earwigs or whatever, that little worm. It's so old school, dude, the way that they're it's just like this little slug thing. Early, are they just like late 70s? Wrath of Khan. One of the best ones. R.I.P. Spock. Khan. This ultimate chest, Ricardo Montalban. What was I talking about? How did I get to? Oh, because of the earwig thing. Yeah, that Dua Lipa earwig thing is all up in my ear. And, man, such a catchy hit that it's, like, ridiculous, dude. I'm waiting for it to, like, burn out in my brain. Like whenever a new song comes out and you just burn it to the ground. I don't know why. What was that one? There was like a Bruno Mars song that came out that I just roasted until I couldn't stand it anymore. I don't know. I can't remember which one. But anyway, has everybody seen the Barbie movie? Because I'm pretty sure it's crushing. It's making all the money, dude. See ya, Oppenheimer. Bro, if you would have... Oh, man, if we were in Vegas and you had me bet on which one was going to come out on top, I would have put everything on Oppenheimer, dude, which is not even to say that it's doing bad. It's just that Barbie is doing so much better, dude. I think it's like, I don't even know. Let's see if we can check on the box office earnings of Barbie. Barbie bots. Barbie's box office, because I don't think it'll have much. It doesn't really have much competition. Like, it got past Oppenheimer and then it's just smooth sailing from here out. I mean, what is it going to compete with? Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I guess, which is also good, but I don't think it's going to be able to take on the wrath of Barbie. Let me see here. Barbie headed to $1 billion, dude, globally. Bill. Man, what about the U.S., though? Has rapidly accumulated I think it's about to cross over 400 mil. 400 mil, man. And then about to hit $1 billion. About to hit $1 billion on the globe, dude. Insane. Jeez. Yeah, man, it's a good movie. It's undeniably good, dude. It's like better than I expected. I just remember, when did it hit? When did I hit where I was like, oh, shit, this is amazing. I think it was, oh yeah, I can pinpoint it. It's right there. It's during that goddamn Dua Lipa song, dude. It's like right at the beginning when she's having like her big party or whatever. But you want to talk about just the combination of Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling too. It's like, dude, the pair together is just insane. The combination of Margot Robbie, Ryan Gos, set design, wardrobe, choreography, all of that coordinated together. Did I say set design? I don't know. Set design was insane on that movie, dude. But just that scene where they're having the party at the beginning, dude, the midst of like looking at the set, looking at all the cast members and coordination and everybody dancing together, dude, it just like was firing on every single cylinder that I just was like, oh man, this is a banger, dude. What is happening? It is, you know what is odd is that I will fully argue that there are two scenes, both involving Margot Robbie, both involving just like huge set pieces and insane coordination, that are probably the peak of 2023. And it's I think it's weird. It's not a lot. It's like two movies, both involving Margot Robbie, and two's not a lot. It's just weird that it's both Margot Robbie, both kind of the same thing, both in the same year. But it's the same exact thing with that Babylon movie. Babylon has the most insane opening ever. First of all, it's like a 45-minute opening, dude, before you even see the opening like title sequence. It's like a solid 30 to 40 minutes of just like getting to the party. We're at the party, we're trying to get into the party, and now we're in the party, and then the party's crazy until the break of dawn, and then finally Babylon, like I think. But yeah, there is a moment where it's just like this wide shot of just like 50 to 100 extras just like all dancing, coordinated together, all with Margot Robbie like right in the center dancing, and all of that combined with like this insane coke-fueled jazz. It's just like blah, 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 and it's just like the rhythm of the whole crowd working together. Insane. And then the exact same vibe going into Barbie, where it's just this insane set with this crazy amount of extras all coordinated together. And then, like, dude, all of that with Margot Robbie, too. And then the Goss doing that. I don't know what he was doing, like this Robert De Niro face, dude. It was hitting on every single cylinder, dude. I just remember sitting there being like, oh, man, this is going to make all the money. And it is. It's making literally all of the money. And like I said, I don't think it has much to compete with. Like, I know Turtles can't. Oh, and the Med too, but the Med ain't got nothing on Barbie. Neither do the Turtles, man. And that Turtle movie was really good, but I don't think it can keep up. It's got the momentum already, dude. It's already full steam ahead. Bam, bam, on the Barbie train. All aboard. Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah. So if you haven't seen Barbie, if you haven't seen it, you're probably one of the last holdouts of the Barbie takeover. The Pink Menace. Yeah, but then in other... Well, I mean, we were already talking about, like, what Barbie has to compete with. Let's see what else is coming out here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one that I'm expecting to be not that good. Last Voyage of the... I don't even know how to say this. Demeter? Last Voyage of the Demeter meter. I saw a poster. It was like based on just one chapter from the Dracula book. It's like, okay. The opening chapter where it's just like, Dracula sailed into America and everybody on the boat died. Man, we're gonna make a movie out of it. Spoiler alert, everyone dies and Dracula makes it to the new world. I don't know, it's like a very meh idea. He's just gonna probably, like, I don't know, half the movie is just like, what's in that box? What's going on in that box? And then the other half of the movie is just everybody dying one by one. Tell me it's PG-13. I already know it is. Go ahead. Tell me it's PG-13. Oh, it's R. R, matey. Okay. Well, I was ready to, like, totally write it off with that PG-13 rating, but you're throwing in an R, which is making me a little more curious. Liam Cunningham is in it as well. Dude from Game of Thrones. Also, David... Oh, man, I had to say this name a lot when I was reviewing something. Dasmalchian? David Dasmalchian. The creepy-looking... the guy that's typecast is, like, anytime you need, like, a suspiciously or, like, a creepy-looking kind of loner weirdo guy, you hit up David Dasmalchian. He's like the modern Kristen Glover, dude. He's like the modern era of Kristen Glover, where it's like anytime you need, like, a weird, lanky, kind of creepy-looking dude, you give him a call. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna see it because I have to. So I'll let you know. But I'm going in very low expectations, which is kind of like the best way to go in sometimes. And then we get to the Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle I'm actually looking forward to. It looks Latino as hell, which is fine. But like, even the trailer is, like, already starting to get me like, your family makes you weak. No, my family is what makes me strong. It's like, this movie's gonna try to make me cry like a bitch. But yeah, it looks cool. I don't really know anything about Blue Beetle. It's like half alien or something, which is always, like, interesting. When you bring in, like, an alien factor. It's also got Susan Sarandon, which I'm not mad about. Susan Sarandon has got to be getting up there, dude. She's got to be getting up there with age. And then Strays, the dog one, like Homeward Bound, but for adults, which it falls under that category of, like, I don't know, man. And it's got a lot of people in it, but I don't know, man. It's got that thing where they try to, like, what do they do? They did it with that animated Sausage Party, where you take, like, a kids movie format, but you make it for adults. Isn't that crazy? Oh, man. We got all these crazy animated movies, but you ever see one that's strictly for adults? Sausage Party. Whoa, it's like Toy Story, but with food and for adults. Like, we're gonna say bad words and we're gonna be humping each other. But it's like I don't know, I've never seen one that, like, really hit unless they're missing one. But I don't know, I feel like Strays also falls under that category of, like, let's take a kids movie format and give it a adult slap and, like, just put a bunch of cuss words in it and, like, whoa, the dogs are doing mushrooms, man. Isn't that funny? It's like, I don't know how I feel about Strays. It's rated R. There's going to be a lot of language, I imagine. And then it's like, I don't know. Going to be doing that thing where, like, the dog, like, their mouths are moving when they talk, you know, I think? Or are they going to do it like Homeward Bound, where it's just like, the dog is just, like, sitting there the whole time, and then they just, like, do the voiceover. I think they're going to do, like, like, make their little mouths move. But I don't know. That one I'm also It's a very skeptical month here in August. Gran Turismo coming out at the end of the month. But I already saw it. Check the review. I'll throw the tag up. And that does it for August, and there's not a lot else. So yeah, Barbie's wide open on the summer. I'm sure TMNT will make some cash, but I think Barbie's gonna steamroll everybody. But good for them. Good for Barbie. Gran Turismo, I'm curious how it's gonna do. It's okay, like it wasn't amazing, but then it also wasn't like terrible either. Like the little chunks that were good were like really good. David Harbour was really good. But you know who the real MVP, and he was in the movie for like seriously like 2 minutes, but he crushed, dude. Jaimin Hansu. Jaimin Hansu was insane in Gran Turismo. Jaimin Hansu is just generally an insane actor. He is so good that it's crazy that he's like the side henchman in like a Guardians movie. Like he needs to be front and center, dude. Man, his role in Gran Turismo is so dude, you want to make me burst into horrible, ugly tears, dude? Have Jaimin Hansu get dramatic because he goes to the limit, dude. In Gran Turismo, he's like the dude's dad or something, and like the whole movie is like, this racing thing's stupid. Why are you so stupid? And then later he's like, you did it. You did this crazy thing. And he's like, I'm sorry, I never supported you. I was just trying to protect you. Like, oh, my dad. Dude, Jaimin Hansu. When Jaimin Hansu is like fighting back tears, it is like opening the floodgates, dude. You ever seen Never Back Down? Dude, I don't remember jack about Never Back Down, dude. I remember Jack shit and Jack left town. I don't remember anything about that movie except how hard Jaimin Hansu crushes that movie, dude. Like, it's crazy that movie is like, what is it about? He's like MMA. This is so early in like MMA days, but he's like in Street Fighter or something, and he fights some other guy. But there's just like a part where he's like, what would you do if like you found your brother's killer? And he's like, don't you ever. Like, you're just like, oh my God. Or Gladiator, dude. Gladiator? Man, Jaimin Hansu is like MVP of acting, dude. He needs to be in more. And then you can talk about other stuff. Like, I'm going to go see a movie later on, Princess Mononoke, which is probably one of the earliest movies that I can remember really shaping my opinion on like anime or animation, I guess. I remember that was like one of the earliest times I remember watching like a cartoon technically, but it being so crazy different from like any cartoon I had ever experienced. Like up until then, when did that movie come out? Like 97? I think it was like 97, 98 maybe? Princess Mononoke? 97, yeah, 97. So I would have been like 7 or 8. And then maybe I didn't see it till, it came over to the States and like got onto video. So like 98, 99, but still like 9 or 10 mats. So when you think about a 10-year-old watching cartoons, I mean, what did I experience as a 10-year-old? Like Power Rangers? No, as a cartoon, idiot. Hey Arnold? Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network stuff. But Princess Mononoke was like the first like, what is happening? Like all these like, it's like adult, and it's like all these like crazy existential questions about like man and nature and like the forest gods and like destroying nature and like just being like all these like crazy concepts that have never entered my mind as a 10-year-old, and just being like, like taking all this information in. And then on top of that, the animation is like insane in that movie. And also Billy Bob Thornton, baby. I'm gonna see it later on in the original Japanese language, Japanese dub. So I'm gonna see it with subtitles for the first time, because I've only ever seen it dubbed. So I've only ever seen it with old Billy Bob in it, Billy Bob Thornton. Just crazy. You know what's crazy to think about is Billy Bob Thornton and his career. Let me see Billy Bob's filmography. But yeah, it'll be the first time I'll see it in its original audio, which will be cool, which I'm sure I'll enjoy, because I don't really like watching animation with like dub. It's always like slightly off and just like, I don't know, never hits as good as like the original audio. But Billy Bob is so cool, and he was in Princess Mononoke, and he's in a lot of stuff. And he also like was with Angelina Jolie for so long. And she got like his name tattooed on her or something. And then they had like bottles of like each other's blood like on a necklace. Like, which is so... When did they date, dude? It was like mid to early 2000s. Which is like the most early to mid 2000 thing ever, to be like, oh, I've got like a vial of his blood on a necklace. It's like, okay. But why though? It's crazy to think that they dated, dude. Billy Bob. Angelina. I just want to see like one picture, or I just want to know like when it was. Man, these pictures are crazy, and it's like, man, going through like a real grunge phase or something. They were together for 3 years. Married! Oh man, they got married. Billy Bob, so cool. We just had different lifestyles. He's an agoraphobic. Well, I think they ended like on cool terms. Cool for Billy Bob, dude. Oh, dude, Billy Bob is so cool. It's crazy. Crazy, man. Dating Angelina, like, and now, can you imagine when like she hooked up with Brad Pitt and Billy Bob's like, yeah, been there, brah, done that. I'm Billy Bob Thornton, brah. Don't forget it. BBT. BBT. It took me a long time to... Yeah, boom, Johnny Tyler. Johnny Tyler. Where you going with that shotgun? Oh, Johnny Tyler. Dude, in Tombstone, bro, it took me a while to realize that that's Billy Bob, because it's like a very rare, the rarest appearance of a chunky Billy Bob, dude. Of a thick Thornton. That's like the only time I've ever seen him with like kind of like chunky cheeks, dude. He is Johnny Tyler. Oh man, talk about one of the greatest scenes in the history of cinema, dude. I said, skin that smoke wagon. I said, throw down, boy. Man, Wyatt Earp just smacking the crap out of Billy Bob, dude. I said, skin that smoke wagon and see what happens. You gonna do something? You just gonna stand there and, like, Kurt Russell delivers that entire scene, like, through his gritted teeth. You gonna do something, or you gonna stand there and bleed? Yeah, that's what I thought. Go on, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon. Dude, skin that smoked wagon. Skin as in slap your skin across and fire it. And then smoke wagon? Can you imagine calling a gun a smoke wagon, dude? That is the most freaking baller Old West thing I've ever heard in my life. That is so nuts. That couldn't have been... That could not have been like real back in the day, dude. That is some Doc Brown go back in time, and then he says it to some cowboy, and they're like, whoa, where did that come from? Doc Brown going back in time. Hey, skin that smoke wagon. Who said that? I don't know, but smoke wagon, that sounds dope as hell. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. Billy Bob, all-time cool, man. He's in like a bunch of stuff, too. Never stops working, ever. Armageddon, dude. Monsters Ball, Halle Berry. Think about Billy Bob. We're just talking about Angelita, that he gets like the most insane scenes with Halle Berry, dude. And then Bad Santa, dude. Oh, he's freaking Davy Crockett, dude. How did I forget? I love The Alamo, dude. That is such a good movie. And then Billy Bob on that fiddle. Billy Bob. Davy Crockett at the end when he's like, if you surrender now, I'll tell them to go easy on you. He goes, I gotta warn you boys, I'm a screamer. Oh man, he's in the Cat Dog Show. I'm not going to do this too much longer, I promise. It's just like his career is really impressive. He's an American Dad. I got to check out this Harley Quinn show because he's in this too. Has anybody seen this Harley Quinn show? What is going on, dude? The poster, she's like riding a giant like rocket dick, dude. It's like, what is happening in this show? Is this even a kid's show? It's got a lot of cool people in it. I'm going to have to check it out because I've been seeing a lot of like, it seems very adult, dude, which I'm not like mad about. I'm going to have to set some time aside to jump into Harley Quinn and see what's going on. It's got the Billy Bob stamp of approval, so I'm going to have to check it out, I guess. I don't know. But what else is there to talk about? We covered a lot of Billy Bob stuff. I was going to talk about the Kraven movie. I saw that Kraven trailer. I didn't think it was possible, dude. I didn't think it was possible to live in a timeline where the Morbius movie exists and for somebody to be like, you know what? Let's do another one. Let's do Morbius 2, except we'll just call it Kraven. Like, let's take another slightly obscure Spider-Man villain and just like go to town on like annihilating whatever was originally like the base of the character, and we're just gonna spiral off in this whole other direction of like anti-hero. Kraven the Hunter, bro, the ultimate hunter. Like, I think that's his thing, right? Like, I'm no expert on Kraven, but I think that was his thing. Like, he literally hunted everything in the world and was like the champion, and then was like, I guess I'll just hunt Spider-Man because I can't get a challenge. So I think that was his deal in the comics. Bro, and then in that trailer, there's like a lion attacking him, and like a drip of blood from the lion goes into like his arm, and he's like, bro, I'm Kraven. And all of a sudden he's like running like a cheetah. It's like, what the I'm suddenly realizing that that Kraven is actually the sequel to that Rob Schneider movie. What is it? Is it just called The Animal? Oh my God, dude. Kraven is just the Rob Schneider movie, The Animal. I'm just realizing that. Dude, in that movie, I think like Rob Schneider is kind of like Frankenstein. He gets like $1 Million Man, except with like animal parts. It's like, I gave you the heart of a cheetah and like I I gave you like the spleen of a gorilla, and like so he's got like all these, and then he just randomly starts running like a cheetah. Dude, that's Kraven, dude. This is so. I can't believe I just thought of that, dude. Rob Schneider should have been cast as Kraven, dude. It should have been the animal too. I've got a Kraven for justice. Rob Schneider is Kraven, a comeback. Dude, that is so funny. Where's Rob Schneider been? He had a moment where he was just like king of the world, dude. I'm going to be a little bit, that's all I'm going to be able to think about now. Anytime I see Kraven, I'm just going to be thinking about Rob Schneider when he's doing like his cheetah run. Man. But I think that's good for an app. We can probably wrap it on up and tap it right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, we saved it for the end, but if you haven't already, go ahead and slap that like and subscribe button because it's much appreciated. I am your host as always, Kyle McLemore. We'll see you next time on the pod.